A white car on a hilly road, fog. Lakeside village appears in the background, sound. Tires on gravel, distant flute music fading in and out. Narrator. In July 2021, Sana went to visit our grandparents' old home in Darien, a remote village surrounded by pine forests and mountain lakes. She was a photographer, fascinated by untouched nature. A young woman, Sana, taking photos near the lake, laughing, drone shot over the calm water. Narrator. There was one lake that everyone warned her about, Chatti Dand. Locals believed it was cursed, that if you go near it after sunset, the Jalpret will call you by your name. Sound. Water lapping, faint whisper, Sana echoing, barely audible. 12 nightfall. Dim lights. Sana inside the cottage, reviewing pictures on her camera. Thunder in background. Narrator. That night, while reviewing her pictures, she noticed something strange. In one photo, there was a pale figure standing in the lake, tall, thin, hair hanging over its face, but she was sure she was alone. Sana voiceover. Dada, did someone follow me to the lake? Grandfather, off-screen. Don't speak of it. That lake takes back what belongs to it. Visual, Sana waking up at 3:13 a.m., the clock ticking loudly, lights flickering. Sound whispering water sounds, her name being called faintly. Sana. Narrator. At exactly 3:13 a.m., something knocked on the window, then whispered her name. Visual handprint forming on the glass from outside. Sana frozen in bed. Narrator. She didn't open the curtains. She didn't dare. But when she looked at the floor, her feet were wet. Next morning, Sana's behavior changes. She avoids mirrors, doesn't eat, stares at the lake for hours. Narrator. The next day she walked into the lake, fully clothed, no fear, just silence. Villager voice. We pulled her out. Her eyes were not hers anymore. She kept saying the same thing. She lives in me now. Sound. Wind howling, whispering chorus in background. Let me in. Narrator. We called a Pir Sahib. He said the spirit had touched her soul through water, that the Jalpret was now feeding off her emotions, her sadness, her fear, her guilt. Groom, Pir reciting verses, Sana thrashing violently. Candles flicker, shadows move unnaturally. Sound, loud wails, gurgling water sounds, screams. Narrator. The Pir began the ritual. What happened next still gives me nightmares. Water poured from her mouth like a fountain. She screamed, but it wasn't her voice. Sana, possessed voice. I waited in the dark, I called to her, and now she is mine. Sana unconscious, Pir exhausted. Lake shown again, now with ripples forming on still water. Narrator. She survived, but she doesn't remember what happened. We moved her away, far from the lake, far from the village. Sound, slow heartbeat, fade into silence. Narrator, softly, but every year, on the same night, she wakes up wet, with her name echoing faintly through the house. Mirror, in her new apartment, fogs up. A wet handprint appears. Some lakes are haunted by memory, some by the things that never died. If you ever visit Chatti Dand, leave before sunset, or she'll call you next.